Hey guys, this is Toomba, here to show you another build video. This is a Stamina DK. Stamina DK is in this patch. I have lots of promise. I will say this build is made to be very tanky as well as do great damage. So if that's what you're looking for, it's great for PvP. It's good for solo play, not the best for duel or for group play. It's not the best. You don't have a lot of AoEs. You could switch out something for like Steel Tornado, but that'd be a completely different build entirely. This is two-hander and sword and board. My weapon damage is about 3160 on sword and board and 3091 on two-hander. You'll notice my weapon critical is rather low. You're not going for a lot of critical here. You do plenty of damage with the warrior, Mundus Stone, your jewelry glyphed out to weapon damage, and all the damage you stack with the gear. I've got 2 pieces of Leckies for that extra weapon damage, and 5 pieces of Black Rose. This is to increase your regen, your stat regeneration. This does help you with your damage just a little bit. It increases your magic and stamina restored by the Constitution passive by 40%. Here is that Constitution passive. Increases your health recovery by 4% per piece of heavy armor equipped, and restores you magicka and stamina each time you are hit once every 4 seconds. Mine is 1302. So I'm getting 1302 magicka and stamina every time I get hit, which also stacked with the wrath increases my damage every time I get hit. So this build is built to withstand lots of damage and really shines in the middle of a thick fight. So it's great for you find yourself in a one-on-one situation or a 1v2 situation. You're looking pretty good. On resources, you shouldn't have a problem. Let's see. Back to gear. I've got 2 pieces blood spawn. This also helps me generate ultimate. I also use heroic slash. We'll get to skills later, but I use heroic slash to generate ultimate, and this helps me a little bit extra with generating ultimate, and it helps my stamina recovery, which is nice to have extra stamina. Got sturdy on that one, but it's good to have 2 pieces medium and 5 heavy. If you've got the Undaunted up, you could go 5-1-1 if you wanted, I suppose. It wouldn't be too bad. So we've got 3 agility jewelry, robust, 2 Leckies. You want sharpened on the weapons, and preferably a Maelstrom battle axe, maul or sword, or a master weapon for the final, for the one-handed shield, or the two-hander, which I don't have. So if you do have one, you're looking even better on your build. Good for you. So the food I'm using is Orzorga's Trifle Pocket. Increases my max health and buffs my stamina recovery. This build is based off of something I saw one of Cypher's builds, actually. Give props to him. He had a good build, but he didn't use Venomous Claw like I like to use. Venomous Claw is one of the best dots in the game. It is quite powerful. Does crazy poison damage, and ticks longer and harder the longer it's up. So you want to hit your target with that and let it tick. Let the whole thing tick. So don't over spam Venomous Claw on the same target, because it won't be doing the damage you're expecting it to do. And all these passives, look at this, increases the poison damage I do by 66%. Increases the poison damage I do by 6%. Increases the duration. And snares the enemy as well. So when I hit someone with that, it slows them a little bit. I'm using volatile armor to speed myself up, or sorry, buff myself up. It's a must-have. You must have this to buff yourself up. It's the only one you're using for them tree. And using that, well, increases my health recovery by 5%. Increases my healing received by 12% while it's up. And then also igneous shield. I use this to make my rally, or my vigor, my self heals. It's increased by 25% because I've got this igneous shield up. If I pop this igneous shield for 6 seconds, my heals are 25% stronger. Plus, it's nice to have that little shield. And the shield is double for you, but shields your buddies too at the same time. Gives them a tiny shield, which is nice. I use corrosive armor on my 2-hander bar as my ultimate, because sometimes there's fights you can't win, and it's nice to just be able to survive that extra little bit and be able to just kill one person. So it's nice when you've got crazy ult gen like I do on this build. You've got the ultimate to pop this in the middle of a tough fight and kill one person before you go down. You're nigh unkillable when you've got corrosive armor up. Incoming damage is capped at 3%. So every single hit, no matter how strong it is coming in, only hits you for 3% of your max health. Plus you do poison damage to everything that's around you, and you ignore everything's armor. You ignore 100% of the enemy's armor while this is up. So, let's go into rotations here. You crit rush the enemy in, close the gap, crit rush in. You hit them with Venomous Claw. Let the whole thing tick. We'll get back to Executioner. This is after you buffed up. Sorry, we should probably go for buffs first. You've got Rally for your major brutality and a little heal. You've got Volatile Armor. On your other bar, you've got Shuffle for that extra dodge chance, plus Igneous Shield. So you've got 4 buffs, really. Then you got your Self-Heal, Vigor. I'm using Heroic Slash again to do damage and inflict minor maim, reducing their damage done, and giving me minor heroism, increasing my ultimate by lots and lots. And Reverberating Bash, because it's got a Defile and a Stun. This is what you do when you're fighting someone who's like a Templar or Magic, a DK, that hits you with Burning Embers. He's getting a lot of health back by hitting you with that. So stunning him with that, or even hitting him with a Reverberating Bash, is a good idea. So, back to rotations. I crit in with Crit Rush, hit him with Venomous Claw, switch weapons, and hit him with Heroic Slash or Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker's not a bad opener. I went with Dawnbreaker of Smiting as to Flawless Dawnbreaker, because it stuns. It's got a stun to it, which is nice. It's an AoE knockdown. It can knock down multiple targets, and it is more does more damage than Flawless Dawnbreaker itself. The Dawnbreaker of Smiting is rather powerful. If you've never played with it, I'd suggest you use it to see how fun it is. And Reverberating Bash to bash and defile any enemy that needs defiling. So let's go over chain points. I put 71 in the tower to reduce my stamina cost. 35 in Mooncalf for a little bit of recovery. 33 in Tumbling to reduce roll dodge and break free. Mostly for the break free. You won't be doing crazy roll dodging with this build. And reduces the block cost by 15% because you do a lot of blocking, yes. I put 10 points in Blessed to give myself a 5% stronger heal. Complemented that with 26 points in Quick Recovery to give myself a 7.1 stronger healing received. I put 53 in Hardy and 53 in Elemental Defender, giving me 16% resistance to physical, poison, disease, flame, frost, shock, and magic damage. 17 in Thick Skin, 7% reduction from dots, and a little bit of crit resistance in the resistant tree. here's where you're probably expecting to find lots of damage in the mighty, and some physical pen as well. A little bit of weapon critical. I like spreading it out and doing a good variety of damage, because some players are vulnerable to crits more than they are to penetration. And Thaumaturge increases my dot damage by 10%. Here's an important one. I put 31 points in my light and heavy attacks, and this is really just to give me the riposte passive, which while blocking grants a 15% chance to return about 5,000 damage to the attacker when they hit me with a melee attack. So if I'm fighting a melee build, this is doing damage to them while I'm blocking. That's fantastic. So sometimes, like, I'll crit rush in, hit him with Venomous Claw, switch back, and I'll block and be heroic slashing or reverberating bashing. The nice thing about this is I can block cast. Notice I'm blocking the entire time I'm hitting this guy.
Here we reap our mother's
They can be wailing on me.
It's time for sleep, my boy, my boyo.
They can be blocking, or I can be blocking the entire time I'm hitting somebody. It's just nice to have a shield sometimes. In PvP you'll notice you take tons of damage. It's good to have something to mitigate that. So, gone over food, gear. If you want to go Velodreth for that extra burst, that extra, if you just stack more damage, have a proc set, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm not wearing Velodreth. I need one more medium shoulder for it. I've got the right traits in gear and heavy, but I'd like the 2 pieces medium for that extra bit of regen and max stamina. That's good to have more resources. You'll note I put 7 points in health to give myself that extra bit of health. Got 28k stamina, which isn't a whole bunch, even though I put 57 points in stamina. 2 of my main pieces of gear are glyphs to health, so you could, if you wanted to, glyph all of your gear with stamina glyphs to give yourself a little bit extra, or you could go Red Guard. Red Guard would give you a lot more stam, max stam, and better regen than the Orc. I went with Orc for the extra melee damage. This guy does pretty good damage, and he resists a lot of damage as well, and the Warrior Mundus I think is better than the Thief. The weapon critical really is low already, so I won't be doing, like, even if you went Thief you'd have 35% weapon crit, which isn't too big of a step up, and the Warrior I think is just a better choice for this build. Let's see, using the Orzorga's food, my stam recovery is at 1316, which is fantastic. It's fine because you've got Black Rose on, remember? Your Black Rose gives you magic and stamina every time you take a hit for 4 seconds. So you shouldn't run into resource problems during most fights. But also, this Igneous Shield, that gives you 5% of your max stam every time you pop it. So you can pop the Igneous Shield over and over to give yourself more stam if you want, if you're extremely low. And of course your heavy and light attacks are very important. You need to be weaving with this build. I would suggest weaving your heavy and light attacks with your heroic slash the whole time you're fighting. It generates you more ultimate at the same time as giving you stamina back. So let's fight something a little tougher to give you an idea. Fully buffed up. I didn't switch into my executioner to finish him off there, but in PvP sometimes it's best to just finish him off as it comes. And you'll note if you generate ultimate rather quickly. So it's not a big deal if you waste your ultimate. A lot of people I've noticed miss their Dawnbreakers. I like to line mine up and hit as many targets as possible with it. So we did champ points, we did gear, we did food, we did skills. If you've got any questions, message me. That's my build. Thanks for watching.